Hello and welcome to today's video, and in today we're showing you the whole economy and how it works. How does the economy work? How can we make money off it? Well, to explain how the economy works, let's take you back. First of all, interest rates. During bad economic times in a country or a nation, they'll generally lower interest rates to 0%. They'll lower interest rates right here. Boom. Now, what happens when they lower interest rates? Well, of course we know, debt repayments are lowered, yeah? You've got your mortgage, you've got your credit card payments, you've got your loan repayments. If we lower the interest rates on them, then there's less to spend on all of those repayments every month, say. So of course, if we don't have to spend money on debt repayments, then we've got more money to spend on other things. So spending goes up in the economy. So if we've got more money to spend on other things, such as like coffee, or let's go to the shops and buy a little dress or something. Now, of course, one person's spending is another person's income. Now, if you don't understand that, well, if I gave you £5, I've spent £5, you have gained £5 as an income. If I go to a business, if I spend £5 on a cup of coffee, they have gained £5, the business. So don't necessarily mean that if we go to Primark, our incomes are going to be more if we spend more at Primark, yeah? Don't necessarily work like that, but in general, one person's spending is another person's income. Whether it be a business or anything. If you spend money, someone else has gained money. Okay? Cool. So now we've got that under control. Boom. So if spending goes up, incomes go up. Now if income goes up, say a business income goes up. I am at the top. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to try bend down, alright? But say if income goes up, then of course we know that unemployment rates are going to go down. Why? Well, if businesses have more income, then they've got more money to expand. They've got more money to employ. So therefore, unemployment rates go down. With unemployment rates going down, we're also getting people that are more credit worthy. What do I mean by credit worthy? Well, if I go to a bank, yeah, and ask for a loan, a 5,000 loan, I've got a high income, and I've got a stable income, steady income, with like say a good credit score. I mean, credit score is for another video. Today we're focusing on how the economy works. If I go to them with my job, look, got a high income, I'm employed, then I'm likely to get a loan, providing I've got a good credit score, but that's, as I said, another time. Credit worthiness goes up. Now, of course, if we can get loans, then there's going to be more spending, isn't there? If there's more spending, more income, you see, you get the picture of what's going on. Earnings go up. Of course, if people can take out loans, then more spending, income goes up, more spending. Earnings are going to be good for companies, you know, they're going to be making lots of sales, lots of transactions every day. They'll be selling here, there, everywhere. You know, so earnings go up. Now if earnings go up, then asset values are going to go up. Why? Well, if a company reports good earnings, let's say they've improved their sales and their profits have done very well over the past month or so, then they've got more money to spend on, let's say, real estate or expanding offices. A little update. Well, of course we know that housing prices will go up, in fact. We've got really low interest rates at that time. We've got people that are really high credit worthy. So it's very easy to get a mortgage at this stage. So of course that's why housing prices would go up. I didn't really explain that properly, so I just thought I'd do a little something right now for you. So yeah. And please do subscribe if you are enjoying this video. Yeah, and let me know what videos you want to see in the future. B, as we see, stocks are roaring at this stage. Asset values are going up, the stocks is going up. The company is doing really well, so the stock for that company is going to be driving up as well. Because of course this can't go on and on and on forever, can it? You know, everyone's laughing, people are taking out loans at cheap interest rates and sticking it in investments, you know, stocks are roaring up, company sales going through the roof. You know, everyone's spending and they're gaining more income, but everyone's in work because companies have much more money to employ people. And asset values are going up, your housing is going up. Interest rates are low, so your mortgage payments aren't as high, so you've got more money to spend. You know, our credit worthy is going up. We can apply for loans all the time and get accepted because we've got so much money and everyone has so much money in society and everyone's like, hey, let's go get more loans, let's get more money out. Bomb, 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 and stick it in stocks, stick it in investments. Everything is a boom. Economic boom, yeah? But of course, as we all know, this cannot last forever, unfortunately. So let's just take it back a notch. What's this little friend here? Inflation. Well, I say friend, more of a foe. Of course, inflation is going to be high when everything is going up in price. Inflation. Now, why does inflation matter? If inflation gets out of hand, it can be very troublesome for the country. Devalues your currency. Prices are going up. The value of the currency is being decreased, isn't it? What £1 can buy is a lot less because prices of everything else is going up. So the currency is devalued. Prices of everything else, as I said, is going up. Bread's going up. You know, sausages are going up, bacon's going up, beer is going up, everything's going up. And that can be very worrisome, especially if we get into hyperinflation. If this inflation period lasts for, let's say, a good 2, 3, 4 years. Now, what's hyperinflation? Well, this is when prices soar dramatically, day by day by day. I'm talking bread is 65p on Monday, £1 Tuesday, £1.50 Wednesday, £3 on Thursday, £6 on Friday, £12 on Saturday. That is hyperinflation. Prices just soar, doubling, tripling every few days. And obviously when you get to that stage, well, the whole country's in turmoil. That's what we see in Venezuela right now, and it's very poverty, you know. Of course, with hyperinflation, we're going to see money velocity going up as well. And what's money velocity? Money velocity is just how quick money goes between hands. Now, if I know that I've got a £10 today, and it's in a hyperinflation period, so I know that what £10 can buy today is going to be a lot less tomorrow, because if bread is only 50p today, and bread's going to be £1.50 tomorrow, I'm going to get it quick. I want to spend it quick. So this £10 is going to be worthless tomorrow. You won't be able to buy anything tomorrow. So I've got to spend it quick, and that's what it gets to in hyperinflation. Everyone's spending quick, which just increases inflation more, doesn't it? Because there's a lot more spending. Prices are going to go up more and more and more. So that is what hyperinflation is, and it's done for. You're done for if it gets there. You're done for. There's no escape. Escaping that is literally a full-blown recession, probably for like 15, 20 years. It's a very difficult situation, you know. And no one wants to get into that situation. So if inflation gets too high, the Fed are going to step in. Now, what will the Fed do? Well, first of all, they're going to raise interest rates. Now, what's going to happen if you raise interest rates? Well, the complete opposite will happen, won't it? Your mortgage, credit card, loan repayments will go up. So you're spending more every month on mortgage, credit card, loan repayments. Or if you're spending more on that, then you've got less money to spend, haven't you? Because obviously you've got more money going on mortgage repayments and credit cards, so you haven't got any money to spend in cafes, let's say. Or well, you have, but you've obviously got less than what you had beforehand. Now, of course, if spending goes down, let me go over this side. Income goes down, because as we said, one person's spending is another person's income. So we know that income goes down. Now, of course, what happens when incomes go down? Well, quite a few things actually happen at the same time. First of all, unemployment rates will start to go up. Why? Because spending has decreased, because we've raised the interest rate. Because if the company aren't making as many sales, look, and they're not making as much profit, the company's earnings aren't that great, are they? Then they can't employ people. And if they can't employ people, people are out of work. So unemployment rates go up. What is this going to do? Well, creditworthy. People become less creditworthy, aren't they? Because they haven't got a job now, so they can't go and access a loan from the bank. I'm back again, I know. But in this next example, this is when we're in a deep recession. Okay, I'm talking this only happens maybe only 2, 3, 4 times in your whole entire lifetime. And the last time this happened was 2008, and last time before that was the dot-com bubble. So yeah, it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, detrimental, yeah, really bad. Now, of course, at this stage, you haven't got a job, you can't take out loans to make your debt repayments. So what happens next? Well, if you can't make your debt repayments, then you're going to look to sell your assets, aren't you? To pay off your debt repayments. And this is what happens, this is what we see. So we see a load of people, a staunch lot, go to sell their assets, such as houses, their stocks. So we see the housing markets dramatically fall and housing prices fall. Everyone's starting to sell their assets just because they're struggling to pay because they ain't got a job. Now, of course, well, if asset value's going down, stocks are going down, the housing price is going down, then, and we ain't got the money to pay for this, we can't get loans to pay for it, then there's going to be defaults, isn't there? There's going to be defaults on our mortgages, on our loans, on our credit cards that we got. There's going to be defaults on them. People won't be able to pay it back. We won't be able to pay it. And what happens if there's defaults? Well, of course, the lender is going to be severely hit, aren't they? And this is where we get a bank squeeze. What's a bank squeeze? Well, if banks loan out to people, yeah, if banks loaning out to people, because that's what they do, you get a bank loan, you get a loan from your bank, and ain't no one paying the loan back, then the bank have lost a lot of money. And the banks start losing money. Then what happens? People rush to the banks. You get queues outside the banks in the morning, and they're all trying to get their money out because they know the banks are going to fail, they're going to go bust. Their money's gone, so people can't get their money out. Well, now what happens? People are out of jobs, yeah? They go and get their money from the banks are going bust. The government, people are like, okay, the government will help us, won't they? I mean, come on government, yeah, we're out of jobs, we've got no money, you know, poverty is starting to strike up, a lot of unemployment rates are high, you know, everyone's struggling. So what happens? Well, they go to the government, and the government's like, I don't know why they're coming to me. The government ain't got no money. Well, how can the government not have any money? The government earns their money through taxes, and if ain't no one working, no one's paying tax. So the government ain't earning, the government ain't got no money. And of course we're going to have a pile of people, lots and lots of people asking for benefits, aren't they? We're going to have a lot of people asking for benefits, we're going to have people asking for credit, for universal credit, benefits from the government, because they can't pay to live, because they ain't got no job. But the government ain't got no money, because the government earns through taxes, and ain't no one working, so the government hasn't got any money. So now what happens? Well, the nation does go into a bit of turmoil here. We see the wealth gap severely grow. You see, we've got to see the poor getting poorer and the rich are obviously getting richer. Well, the government normally raises taxes on the rich to try and help out the situation, because the government ain't got no money and they're taxing the rich more. Well, the rich is that fair on the rich? The rich turn around and go, look, my assets are dropping. My stocks, my houses are dropping, and now you're charging me more tax. So they have a little battle, and quite often we actually see civil wars break out in nations because of this. This is where there's some political issues going on. We see nations battling it out. Now, of course, after this, deflation, yeah. I mean, after all this, we're going to see prices start to come down because, quite frankly, no one's got any money to spend anything. Now, if deflation happens, this is where the central bank steps in and comes to save the day. Well, hopefully anyway. What the central bank will do is start printing money during an economic turmoil. And what do they do with the money? Well, they'll buy government bonds with it. What's a government bond? Well, a government bond is a loan to the government. It's basically saying, here you are government, there's some money for you, we just printed it off, but make sure you give it back. Yeah, the central bank can't just give the government money for free. That's not how it works. The central bank has to buy government bonds, because every cash has got to have a meaning to it. You know, we can't just print off money. And well, that's what US have been doing. That's why I think we've got troubled times ahead. But anyway, they buy government bonds. Now what does the government do? Well, the government's got money now, haven't they? So all these people that are struggling, unemployment rate, they can do benefits now. And the government comes out, oh, look, I've got millions now, I've got billions. Yeah, so we're going to start building projects, start giving benefits to the unemployed. So now people's incomes are starting to slowly come up a bit. What will the central bank also do? Well, we'll go back to the start. They're going to lower interest rates, aren't they? They're going to lower interest rates again. And the whole cycle starts again. So that is the economic cycle. But so how can we make money off this? That's an important question. Well, there's a small percentage of people that know about this. This is why I love economics. This is why hopefully you're enjoying this video as well, because if we've got all this knowledge, we know how to profit from it. Well, how? Well, there's a small percentage, and this is how the rich get richer. During an economic boom, they know what's coming. An economic bust is inevitable. Yeah, we know assets are going to drop. We know that recessions will happen. Yeah, we're not stupid. So what are we doing during an economic boom? Well, whilst 99% of people are spending, you know, and the economic boom is happening, there's a small 1% that are saving. You know, some of them are saving money during this whole economic boom, and you're thinking, what? Everyone's spending, enjoying holidays and everything, but some people are saving up money. What? Why? Because they know what's coming ahead. This guy's going to come around soon and mess the whole thing up. People save money. Then, when we're in an economic turmoil, we're in a bust period, no one has money. Who's got money? Well, the 1% have. You know, our assets are dropping, everything's dropping. And the 1% have saved up all their money from the economic boost. And they're just buying everything. When most people can't afford anything, the rich are happily buying up all the assets, all the stocks that are dropping, everything. You know, prices coming down, we see deflation. The rich is buying everything now. And all of a sudden, when we turn back into an economic boom, all that buying pays off, doesn't it? The stocks roaring, housing prices again booming, record highs, when everything's looking bleak. The small percentage of people are buying everything up. And when everything's going happy, all a happy do lally, and everything's booming, there's a small percentage that are saving. You see, this is just a small part of economics and how what we can do to make money. This will never be taught in schools, unfortunately. Because the truth is, I don't think the government actually wants people to become wealthy. Because if people become wealthy, then they wouldn't need to work, would they? They wouldn't need to have a job. If they don't have a job, then that's slow economic growth. So anyway, if you did enjoy it, please do subscribe, leave a like, comment on what you thought about this whole economic cycle. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. We've got many economic videos coming up. We've got, as I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, my upload days.